live here for the PSAL 4A Girls City Championship game here, Lou Carneseca Fieldhouse. This is Ray Jarvis alongside Greg Polius and, of course, my partner, Shaq Mitchell. You got the three-man rotation here for this championship Thursday. We're going to be in prime time, y'all. But real quick, before we get into all the festivities, fellas, what do you expect on this championship Thursday? Greg, started with you. I said.
So, this is a rematch of last year. South Shore made, good work of East New York Family Academy. And to be honest, even though it's a different cast, I see more of the same. I don't know if New York Family Academy has enough. They have Mercado, but it's going to be a tall task. But I got South Shore on the top.
Real quick, Shaq, what does East New York need to do to make this a ball game?
Greg didn't lie with that tall task. This is a team that's very comfortable at this stage of the season. They've been here the last 9 years. So, it's going to take a big effort from Ariana Mercado and Eugene and a plethora of other people for the Lady Eagles to get this done.
Absolutely. As usual, as you've seen with us covering these playoffs and now championships, we're going to get out of the way for the national anthem and, of course, the starting lineups. While you're here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, and we'll be right back.
PTR for the I know. Can you turn me down for my mic? Or you have to keep it on? Can you turn the mic down for a second? Can you? If not, don't worry. All right.
All right, we are back, fellas. Before tip-off quickly, Shaq, coming to you first. What are your main key points for this matchup today?
For East New York Family Academy, they're going to need to go by a couple of different things to be able to come out successes tonight. The first being put 2 and 3 together. They normally say put 2 and 2 together, but tonight they're going to have to use Mikado and Eugene. Those are the two people that you can see as, they're skilled in multiple different facets. They can ball handle. They can create their own shot. They kind of know when to turn up the pace, when to slow it down. Those are the players that East New York Family is going to have to play through. Stay cool under pressure. The South Shore Lady Vikings, they love to trap. They love to press you, get you to make mistakes, which leads to my next point. You want to keep that ball out of the corners. You don't want to play into that trap. You don't want to have the Lady Vikings defense turn it into offense, because that's when their games get out of hand and they show their real dominance.
There you go, Coach Mitchell breaking it down, coming over to Greg Polius, 8-time city champions. They're not new to this. What are their keys to the game?
I mean, Shaq kind of stole my thunder a little bit with the defense to offense.
Okay. That's the name of the game.
I mean, for real. The other thing, there's a size and physicality advantage on the sides of the Lady Vikings. They keep that up, they'll be on their way to their 9th straight championship.
Excellent. As we tip off here, St. John's University, Carneseca Court. The ambiance is set. Ladies lock in. Into the post. Layup off the glass is good.
And right
Number
there,
24, Michaela Beasley.
That's easy work right there. Pass inside, turn and score. Easy post work right there.
All right, East New York with the rock. Send the offense. Point guard has it. Ariana Mercado. Back to Mercado on the right side. Tries to pass it, deflected. South Shore has it going back the other way. Pull-up jump shot on the right side. Way off. Beasley has it now. Vines turns the corner. Pull up from the foul line. Good.
Poor possession from
and second possession, defense turns into offense just like that.
Yeah. No, that's fine. In perfect, I was going to say bad defense right there from the Lady Eagles. Hart was able to walk into a jump shot right there.
You know what? You can't make those type of mistakes against an 8-time city champion. You got to lock in.
Right.
Henderson has it. Back to Mercado. Accepts the screen. Takes the screen from Klein. Double team. Back to Vaughn, who loses possession. South Shore, another turnover. Into the hands of Cook. Pushing it all the way. Layup, no. Rebound Vines. Back to all the way Mercado. Bounce pass. Back to Mercado. Layup, no. Rebound blocked. Out of bounds. Shaq, what did you see there?
And it seems like the Lady Eagles just playing a little too, on eggshells kind of. They're getting the nerves out. It's a big stadium. It's a historical stadium, but they've got to get the nerves out because it's showing on the court. They're a little nervous if you can see it.
Absolutely. championship pressure, Greg. You're an athlete yourself. What is it like playing in these kind of environments with all the marbles on the line?
The lights are bright, and you have one of two players. Either you're going to step up or you're going to fold. There's no in between.
Absolutely. Back to Bernard. And a traveling call. She was moving a little too fast there. Would you say, Greg?
Yeah. So, championship, the players that won it, you're going to see them show out. Win or lose, they're always going to put their best. Going to leave it on the floor.
Absolutely. Eugene walking it up for East New York Academy.
Hey, the Eagles got to get a bucket right here.
Absolutely. Mercado, step, stolen, up ahead. Euro, layup, no. Rebound, goes to Heaven Hart. First time we've called her name. Pull-up jump shot, no. Rebound, East New York.
They got lucky on that miss right there because they really just backed off and just let her shoot.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Hart can't keep walking into wide-open jump shots. She won't miss forever.
Eugene short on the pull-up. Gets on rebound, blocked by Beasley.
Forced possession right there from Eugene. It's going to go back to the Vikings.
Bringing it up for South Shore's Vines. Into the hands of Hart. Looking for Beasley in the post. And a reaching foul call.
Oh, no, it looks like they're going to get offense on the push-up.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see much there, but all right.
I saw a little forearm shiver, just a little bit.
I think it was steps right there. I think Beasley was called for a travel right there.
Okay.
Well,
a turnover nonetheless.
Yeah. A mistake on the offensive end, right?
Coach Shaq with the right call. 242 already locked in, but I only see 8 likes. Unacceptable. Everyone, stop what you're doing while we have this dead ball. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, and lock in. Eugene walking it up, controlling the pace for East New York Family Academy. Step cross. Almost loses. Almost crosses herself. Into the hands of Mercado. Screen. Turns left and a moving screen called against East New York Family Academy.
Was she moving?
A little bit.
All right, I'll take it.
She didn't set before the screen. South Shore leads 4-0 early on here in the first quarter. Vines walks it up to the right side. Into the hands of Beasley. Gets it into Heaven Hart. No, not Heaven Hart. That is Kimora Person with the fadeaway jump shot.
To do one for your favorite player, a little Kobe S with the turnaround right there.
I was thinking more Zebo, but I'll take it.
I mean, Zebo's a good one. I like that.
Eugene has it right side. You see what East New York is trying to do, but they're struggling to get a shot off. Pull-up jump shot, Mercado off the glass, no, but she'll shoot 2.
And you see constant pressure surrounding Mercado. They know her work. They know what she likes to get into. She's a bucket getter, to say the least, and the South Shore Lady Vikings won't make that easy for her today at Carneseca.
You're making a strong point there, Shaq, because it looks like anytime she has the ball, there's a wall of white surrounding her.
Yeah, South Shore knows the effort it takes to stop scores like that, and they've seen her from last year. This is a rematch of last year's girls' city championship.
As Mercado misses the first free throw, the Sage Media Solutions, hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell. The boys 4A championship game is coming right after this, so do not leave. Primetime Thursday here in New York City as Mercado splits the free throw attempts.
And considering that it's, as many turnovers as Family Academy has, to be only down 5 is not that bad.
Right.
It's a slow cook, but we'll see how it plays out. Vines brings it up for South Shore. Into the hands of Person. Banging below the free throw line. Getting to her spot, and she kicks it out. That is number 1, Ramirez. Going left. Stops on a dime. Steps through, layup, and 1.
It's tough.
Talk about getting to your spot, knowing where you're on the court.
The defense did not matter there for Ramirez. She knew where she wanted to go. She got there, took the contact, and finished strong.
Nice bucket right there from Zimmerman. Going to get herself a chance at the line, too.
To complete the three-point play, Ramirez locks it down. The score now is 7-1. 9-1, pardon me.
That's right, she hit the.
Jones on the defense here for South Shore. When Mercado attacks, Scoop pass. Her teammate didn't expect it.
Not
Into
ready.
the hands of Eugene and a foul.
Zimmerman upset right there, but she definitely got caught with her hand in a cookie jar right there.
Listen, cookies are a good thing, but not in basketball.
And like you spoke about, Ray, earlier, as soon as Mercado drove, there was a wall. Three South Shore defenders right there.
They kind of do a lot as a team, though, Greg. You know, they score as a team, they defend as a team. You know, so nothing new here.
And when they understand that it's one person that can beat you the most, it changes your defensive approach.
Yeah, you can hone in.
Mercado drives right, pull-up jump shot, no good. No foul call either. Rebound to Jones, pushing the pace. Step back, no. Ramirez downtown, no. Rebound to Mercado, and she steps out of bounds.
She tried to tightrope that sideline right there. Jerseys, just from the minute she catches the rebound, honestly, white jerseys are on her.
She got to get some help from her teammates. Even if they're not going to score buckets, show your jersey. Get a pass. She's getting trapped on rebounds. Help her out.
And, you know, just two players that I thought would be, you know, factors coming into this game. Obviously, Ariana Mercado, you know, averaging 28 this regular season, but in the postseason alone, averaging, you know, 24 and 4. She's a special player. You know, she's going to be going to William and Mary, I believe, in the fall.
Okay.
You know, she's already going to be on her way to playing D1 basketball, but can she get herself a city championship? She's going to need the help of Olivia Eugene, you know, a scrappy player, a player that's not afraid to rebound, a player that's an extension of Ariana's skills when it comes to shot creating and ball handling. They're both going to have to do it as a duo and really as an overall team for the Lady Eagles.
So let me ask you this early on with this matchup as we're getting back to the inbounds real quick. How does Eugene help Mercado get things going?
Well, she has to be able to use her shot-creating ability as Persons, I believe, knocked down a three right there. She's got to be able to use her shot-making ability and her ball handling to help Mercado get open. They need to run some off-ball, you know, plays where Mercado doesn't actually have the basketball, you know, so that South Shore can't just hone in and trap their star player.
Agreed. And yet again, as you finish your sentence, another trap by South Shore and another turnover for East New York Family Academy. The game plan is clear. Stop Mercado. Championship number 9 will be on the way.
And as you say, championship number 9, we saw Pearson there hit that three. And the reason you can win those championships is because you have freshmen who come in and play big minutes like that, as we've seen her, you know, put up 5 quick points here in this first quarter.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mercado driving and a cheap foul there taken by Jaylene Jones. Right now, this game is getting away from East New York Family Academy. As quickly as Greg said, they're only down 5. The lead is ballooned to 11. And I get the sense if they don't settle in and if we don't see more from Eugene, this score will be 21-1 pretty soon.
Such a bleak overview, but not wrong.
Listen, man, you're going against a dynasty here. Eugene inbounds. Klein, no. Ramirez has it, bringing it up. Driving left, kick to the corner. Jones has it now. Person, jumper, no, too strong. Rebound, East New York pushing it back the other way. A good way to get back into the game would be to push the pace. Eugene steps into a three-pointer. No. Rebound, Beasley.
It's a wild shot. I don't like that one right there, Ray. You know, let's get some ball movement going. A little bit better look right there. She's only hit 10 threes on the season, so it's really not her cliche right there.
Right. Ramirez takes the pass from Person. Off the screen, reset up top. Ball pressure by East New York. And a hand check there.
Yeah, they're going to get Klein for being a little too aggressive right there.
Shaq, you talked about it at the top of this quarter, those championship nerves, and it just seems like it's inflating into a situation where they're starting to think too much.
Yeah.
Then thinking leads to rushing and doing too much. Like, what would you like to see on the offensive side for East New York to get a bucket?
I would like to see a field goal. I was just going to say that I haven't scored a field goal, and this first quarter is about ready to wrap up. So, you know, if you're Lady Eagles, you've got to execute in these stages of the basketball season.
Jones. No.
It looked like a little MJ push-off against Byron
Oh, yeah.
Russell right there.
But they called a foul on the defense, sadly.
These kids ain't watching MJ, Greg. You know, they watching Shea now. You know, he's got the push off, too.
The well-timed push-offs when the defender's hand is out, and they call a foul on the defender. There was a play last night.
Oh, man,
I think
don't
on
remind me. I'm a Celtics fan.
Jalen. Oh, really?
Jesus Christ.
Wow, Laker fan here, bro. So
yeah,
you have to sit between us, Greg. This is not going to work anymore. Jalen Brown has his arm out on defense, and Shea just jumps right into his arm, and they call a foul. And they call it every time.
What happened to not cherry-picking fouls anymore on offense?
Yeah.
Listen,
It's an art form.
You might as well get, cash in when you can. If you're going to get fouled, you might as well go to free throw line.
Right. Jalen Jones misses the first free throw. Second free throw on the way. It's up, and it's good. South Shore leads 13-1.
And South Shore keeping up the defensive intensity.
Gets it into the hands. Mercado, who has the only point for East New York right now. Eugene trying to get downhill, skip pass to the left, step through, floater, no, but a foul. That was number 4, Janiyah Henderson, showing some dexterity there.
Yeah, that was a nice move right there, getting in the lane. Almost got the floater to fall, but looks like they're going to get their points this quarter from the charity strike.
Listen, it all counts.
Is it me or when Lady Eagles get into the hole, it seems like they're a little apprehensive going up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they're still on eggshells. That feeling out process of the gym, they haven't gotten the jitters out, So
it's something I talked about over the weekend, especially with your guards. You got to play with some kind of force.
Yeah.
If you don't play with force, you won't get the whistles, you won't get the buckets.
And that was going to be my follow-up point. You got to draw the contact, get to the line, and get potentially either their bigs or some of their better players in foul trouble.
Henderson misses both free throws, but East New York retains possession after the scramble. And the substitution. Henderson subs out. In for Henderson. Klein. Eugene on the inbounds. Ooh, tried the backdoor. Good idea, but a dangerous pass nonetheless. South Shore heading back the other way. The layup, no, but the rebound, no again. But there'll be 2 free throws.
And you just see 3 or 4 jerseys are surrounding the basketball, whether it's in a player's hand or not. Even if, one of these players going to miss, you seeing 2-3 Lady Vikings going to crash. Right now, they've out to the lead they've earned.
Right. Having Hart at the free throw line, she's going to shoot 2. It's tough because, as an observer, we're calling the game here, and we're trying to be fair to both sides.
Yeah.
But I just get the sense that East New York is approaching this game as if they're almost afraid of South Shore.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of confidence right now from East New York.
Ray, when we talk football, we talk a lot about teams that play not to lose. A lot of New York Jets. And you hate to compare high schoolers to the New York Jets because nothing good comes from the Jets organization. But you get the sense that they're so apprehensive. It's like they don't want to jump out the window.
Right.
You know what I hate? To even see that. You got this far. 4-8. This is the highest level of girls basketball in the city. You earned your spot. Play like you earned it.
Yeah. You got to be all in at this stage.
Right.
All your chips to the middle of the table.
That's it. You didn't come this far to lose this way. Eugene had the shot. Bit of a zone look here from South Shore. Good backdoor pass. The cut. No. Misses the layup there. Hodges. Jones walking it up for South Shore. Into the hands of Hart.
Good defense right here for Lady Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Best defensive possession so far of the quarter. Jones orchestrating. Drives right. Step through. Layup. Yes! Just before the shot clock. And 1.
Listen, I know we pay in U.S. dollars, but she pays in euros. You know what I'm saying? She's going crazy, Miss Jones. That was nice.
I guess that's the end of the first quarter as well. as a strong start by South Shore has them leading over East New York Family Academy by a score of 16-1. This is Sage Media Solutions. Hit the like button. 311 live viewers right now. Hit that like. I need to get us to 40 likes. Then go over to Instagram. Follow us over there, Sage Media Solutions. And, of course, go to our website, Sage Media Solutions, for all business inquiries. As we approach the second quarter, I know we've been hard on East New York Family Academy. This horse is getting beat. But what do we need to see? What can they do schematically, that is, to free up Mercado and get her going?
So before we get to Mercado, you see she got to the lane. She got the pass off. Her teammates have to help her out and hit shots when she gets them open looks like that. That's where we got to start.
Yeah, I agree. You know, the role players are kind of in shock because she normally is the person that's handling things for them, getting their offensive generated. So the fact that they haven't been able to generate any offense is probably troubling to her supporting cast.
So, Coach Shaq, real quick, how would you interplay the two keys to the game for East New York? Would you start calling some pick-and-roll actions with the two of them involved with it?
I need to see some 2 and 3 pick-and-roll, pick-and-pop action. I need to see some off-ball plays ran for Mercado. It's not working with the ball in her hand. It makes this too easy to hone in as Vines gets inside for a bucket.
South Shore getting whatever they want on defense, on offense, for the most part. This is almost looked like a scrimmage for South Shore so far. Pull-up jump shot, close but no. Rebound into the hands of Hart.
And I talked about the rebounding at the start. The rebounding battle isn't close.
No.
East New York family trying to push it. Almost a turnover. Good defense. Great hands there by Vines.
Lady Vikings just looking like the more prepared team right now.
Absolutely. They look like a team that's won a lot.
Yeah.
They've been in this spot before.
Right.
This is just another Thursday for South Shore.
Absolutely.
Unfazed comes to mind.
Yep.
Unfazed.
Also, are they like 10 deep on their rotation?
Looks like it. When you run an elite program, you got options.
Special girls program. I was just about to say that, man. That's the fact that they were able to give away their three players and then be able to re-up and still make it to this point is a testament to South Shore's program.
Yes, sir.
And then their girls won a JV championship.
Yeah, yes.
So there's more coming in up in the ranks.
Dangerous pass and a turnover for East New York.
When it rains, it pours.
Oh, yeah. South Shore controlling the action. East New York already, one thing I talk about a lot with Shaq when we do these telecasts, body language is key. And right now, the body language is not there for East New York Academy. You can't mail in championship games. Hart has it, drives, step through, layup, and the foul.
Right now, it looks like South Shore can get to whatever spot they want. They want a three, they're going to find an open person. They want to get to the rack, get the and one option. It's there.
Absolutely. Great call there by the referee as well on the contact because there was a lot there driving to the Baja.
Yeah.
Hard to complete the three-point. Wait. Did it? Hold on. Did she not make?
No, it rimmed out.
Oh, I thought that was an and one. It looked like it went in from my vantage point.
It's funny. The ref was standing on the block. Looked like she was ready to catch a rebound.
Former Hooper.
Definitely.
The second free throw for Hart. Splits the pair.
She ran a late earlier. I thought she was trying to get a layup in transition earlier.
She probably wants to get on the court and play for East New York.
Oh, man.
Turnover East New York. Vines has it. Hart in the corner. Ooh. Yes. Three-pointer.
Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Is there a Hart in the house tonight? What a shot right there from Heaven Hart.
Man. Heartless approach by South Shore. Layup missed by Henderson and a loose ball foul.
Beautiful punt right there.
Listen, I'm with Shaq. I got to keep up. Pun God over here.
That Euro step one, I think that was my favorite Shaq one-liner this season.
Listen, man, I try.
Let the people know you practice that one in the mirror, Shaq.
Shaq will be here all week.
All week, man. I'm here all week.
I hate to be that guy, and we talk about like a bad omen, but if you check the score now, Jarv was right. It is now 22-1.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I try to tell y'all the truth on these streams, you know. I'll leave the slander for when we're off air, but on the air, I try to tell the truth.
I'm pulling for the comeback, though, man. I want the Ladies Eagles to get back in this. They got to get a bucket, man.
Yes. I expect a run from East New York Family Academy somewhere around the 4-minute mark in this quarter. Skip pass over the Vine. Oh, good cut there. Amongst the trees, no. Over to Beasley. Hart has it now. Corner 3 on the way. Cook. In and out. Rebound. Into the hands of East New York Academy after the scramble. Mercado has it. Pushing it the other way. To the baseline. Right into the trap. Pass. Layup. No. Good attempt there by Serena Smith. And was that a foul?
Yeah, that's going to be a foul right there.
Looked like she was
foul.
Close to being out of bounds, so I wasn't sure what they were going to call. It would be. You did everything. You got the look you wanted, but you couldn't get the finish.
Yeah. And I know the Lady Eagles ended up with that possession, but they have just done a poor job rotating. I've seen too many Lady Vikings, with wide open looks. A whole bunch of time to shoot and get comfortable behind the line. They've got to rotate better.
That's why we get caught ball watching.
Yeah.
Ramirez. Yes. 3-pointer. South Shore leads by 24.
They are firing on all cylinders right now.
It's almost like they needed to get their footing, they being South Shore in the first quarter, but now the offense is flowing, the players are getting to their spots, and those shots are falling. Mercado turns the corner looking for some help. Has Henderson for 3. No. Rebound to Beasley.
Beasley's really
back the other way.
Rebounder.
South Shore, a head pass, layup by Cook. Oh. No. Say no to smoking, please.
That's the second blown layup for Miss Cook. Got to lock in. Team is locked in, but she's not.
Listen now, Coach, you might win the chip, but you might have some layup drills this weekend. You keep playing around.
She might owe a little bit of push-ups right now.
Oh, yeah. Foul on South Shore. Eugene has it into the hands of Mercado. And a reach-in foul on Cook. Bad on Shaq. We talk about that often. Missed 2 layups, cheap foul. Now you're probably going to have to go sit.
Yeah, frustration fouls are never good. You know, you're not locked in.
And as a player, once you hear that horn, you know it's coming.
You know it. You know it. I don't care if we're up 24. Play the right way.
That's a good coach.
Henderson, inbound pass. Gets it in before the 5-second mark. Turns the corner, pull-up, jump shot on the way. No. Rebound. Ball finds energy. No. Great effort there by Klein.
It's like a permanent lid on the Lady Eagles basket right now.
But you like that second effort.
Yeah.
And went up without fear.
Yeah. And that's the cloth of coming back and getting over the hump. That type of play needs to be magnified for the rest of these quarters because right now they just haven't come out with the right energy and they have not made enough free throws.
And that's an issue. You've had chances at the free throw line. You're not even making those.
Yeah. You know.
Second free throw on the way. Splits the pair. Second point on the board for East New York Family Academy. Back ahead. Ramirez in the corner for 3. Oh. No. Almost a turnover and Beasley has it off the glass. No rebound, Vines, but a foul.
Klein has got to get that ball out. Start that break. She put the ball down, and that resulted in a turnover.
You know what was impressive about that South Shore possession? I think the ball hit the floor once before they got the shot off.
You could just tell this group of ladies love playing with each other. The team chemistry is high. Once you see that ball moving around, that team really gels well. They really love playing the game together.
And you know what? Team ball.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of me activities right now. It's a lot of we activities. Get to the open shooter, put the shot up. We don't need to style and profile and make myself stand out. You will get an opportunity to shoot the rock, and they play that way.
And you know a bunch of them could razzle-dazzle with the rock, but we're not even seeing that.
Yeah.
Henderson has it. Back up top. Eugene picks up the dribble relatively quickly. And a foul away from the basketball. Turnover.
South Shore
5 points right now for Vines. who's picked a spot so far here in the first half. Person inbounds. Back into the hands of Jaylene Jones. Finds. Forces the post entry and almost a turnover.
Yeah, bounce pass right there.
Yeah. Quite frankly, probably not passing it at all would have been the better decision.
Yeah. Very true. Or you dribble down and let her get better position.
Yeah.
Almost another turnover. There. Picks it up. Whoa, they called. I thought that was a strip.
I think it touched her last.
Touched her leg last.
Okay. A break for East New York Family Academy, who looks to make their first field goal of this game. South Shore with a timeout, as this is Sage Media Solutions. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, follow us on Instagram, and yes, SageMediaSolutions.com for all business inquiries. Lock in with the family. I see 41 likes right now. Can we get to 45? This is Coach Anwar Gladden. Young
Vikings.
team, same goals. Replacing the big three was no small task. It took time for this team to gel together. Our trip to North Carolina was so important for us. We have been on a 17-game winning streak since. This team knows the history of the jersey. Now they want to make their own history. And that's what it's all about. As
like
athletes,
like
history, Shaq. Let's talk about it, man.
You could tell they want to etch their own names, you know, that right now this team is treating it like we haven't done anything. We just go to a school that has. And to put our name in the lights and do what we're trying to do and leave our legacy and play into that history, we're going to have to win on our own.
Absolutely. Back into the hands of Mercado. Again, East New York looking for their first field goal of the game. Both points coming from the foul line and a turnover. Great steal there by Person and a cheap foul by Eugene.
It's a truck sticking Madden right there.
Move out the way. As you were, Greg.
Nah, I was just saying, you don't want to compound mistakes.
Yeah.
Bad on bad.
I wouldn't want to be in front of Persons when she's dribbling. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I look pretty serious.
First free throw. I'm still stuck on the hit stick, but it's accurate.
And what makes matters worse for Lady Eagles, they now put South Shore on a bonus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like everything that can go bad for this team is going bad.
Literally, they're in the worst nightmare in this first half right now.
First free throw for Person, too strong. Person, the second leading scorer right now, 5 points behind Jaylene Jones, who's made the impact for South Shore offensively. Makes a second free throw.
I think that's the beauty with the Lady Vikings, too. They kind of have that
like a strength of numbers.
5 fingers to a fist. You know what I'm saying? You never know who is going to be that given night. And that's very – gives you advantage.
It could be anyone on any given game.
Right.
Mercado trying to turn the corner. No luck against Ramirez. Back to the hands of Eugene. Pull up, jump shot on the way. No. Rebound to Ramirez. Pushing the pace. Looking to find someone and does. Jones has it. Skip pass to Person. Wide open for three. Yes.
From college range.
Yeah. She took a step back.
The bag is open. You want a fadeaway? Got you. You want a little free throw? Got you. Defense? Got you. 3-point shot?
Too.
Got you.
That's the freshman, too.
Like I said, it's like a machine.
Oh, yeah. Eugene back up top. Pass over to the right side. Mercado has it. A lot of traffic. Pull up on the way. Try to draw a foul. You're not going to get that. Beasley rebounds into the hands of Vines. Walking it up. Under 3 minutes left in the first half. South Shore leads 30-2. Into Beasley. Left-hand floater is good. And the foul.
She's been dominant inside. I mean, it would have surprised me if she had 10 rebounds in the first half.
She is controlling the paint, controlling the glass right now. There's no chance inside at all for Lady Eagles right now.
Lead by 30. I see 48 likes. Can we get to 50? I need 2 more likes in here. Let's make it happen. This is Sage Media Solutions bringing you the PSAL Girls 4A Championship. Beasley looking to complete the three-point play, friendly rim, and does.
I just want y'all to know, Ray does not rehearse this. He just does this.
He's just
it
this
sounds
good.
like he reads off a script, but he doesn't.
He's just that good, guys. I promise you.
I appreciate that, guys. Into the game is Zimmerman. First time getting some action here for East New York Family Academy. There's 2 number ones? That's crazy. Free field goal, no. Rebound. Back to who I think is Zimmerman.
Right.
Pull up Mercado. No. That litter still is, Shaq.
Oh, man. And it's been screwed down, apparently.
Yeah.
Zimmerman looked like she brought some defensive energy here.
Mask on, too. Word to Bing. 33-2 is your score. PSAL 4A City Championship game. South Shore putting on a dominant performance here in the first half.
Coach Fortune does not
pleased.
Not feeling it right now.
Got the Byron Scott folded arms right now.
You got to chill.
Pull up jump shot on the way. No. Rebound to Beasley.
Jones. Oh,
Bounce pass ahead. Layup by Vines. Oh. Back the other way for East New York. Looking to get some early offense in the break. Zimmerman thinks about it and pulls it back out. Yet again, too much thinking for East New York. Take the shots that are available to you.
They just got to put something on the board going towards their confidence for next half.
Mercado behind the back to the left side. Zimmerman. No. Rebound. Off the glass. No. Dead ball. South Shore. I want to give a shout-out to Klein, who's had a great effort for East New York Family Academy. Been crashing the boards, creating second-chance opportunities that just haven't fallen for East New York. Looks like Harder's going to sub into the game soon. Vaughn drives left, takes the contact, floater short. Rebound, Mercado going back the other way. Has a few to the right if she wants it. Tween.
Here comes that trap, too.
Yeah.
Thought about it, at least.
I would say good job by her getting to the middle of the floor where she can't be trapped too crazy.
Oh, man.
And a bad pass. Zimmerman diving on the floor.
It's going to be a foul.
And a foul against South Shore.
Yeah, Ramirez right there. Looked like she went in for the tackle. Somebody's got to tell her we're on the court.
Listen, it's not grass, it's wood.
And I just think for East New York Family Academy, somebody, now it's got to come from at least somebody. It may not come from two, but somebody has to get this going if they want to even make this game competitive. You don't want to roll this to South Shore.
At this point, play for pride. I'm not coming out to Queens to get punched like this.
Right, exactly. Got to draw a line in the sand at some point.
Mercado going left around Hart.
What did you say, Drake?
I'm saying that last set play they ran, they got a good open look. They just didn't hit.
Right.
Yeah.
Rush the attempt there. De La Cruz, rebound to Beasley. Up ahead, Hart, fade away off the back iron. Rebound, who else but Klein, in the middle of everything. Pushing the pace, dribbles it off her knees. Gets a friendly bounce. Mercado has it. Thought about it again, but didn't pull the trigger. Vaughn has it. Up ahead, stolen. And a reach-in foul. Good effort there getting back by Michelle Little. Doing everything. At this point, East New York Family Academy is doing everything but scoring the basketball.
Exactly. And, I think even when a team misses open shots, I think that's a testament to the other team's defense because now you got your other team worried about when you're going to show up or am I going to be trapped or am I going to be able to make this pass? And South Shore has gotten plenty of deflections that haven't always turned into steals.
Right.
But just the presence, the energy is enough to make these people think that when they're finally open, they're not even knocking in for the shots.
If you're the coach of East New York Family Academy at this point, you just got to tell your team, play basketball.
Yeah.
Open looks, shoot the ball. I know sometimes they get so coached into running the offense, Greg, that they still got to get to their spots. They got to get to their actions. But South Shore is giving them clean looks that they flat out passed out on.
On multiple possessions. You're at a point in this game where if you put up an open shot, nobody's going to be upset.
Right.
just how few and far they've been hard to come by, you know?
It's time to be selfish, is our point here. Dead ball, we got about 12 seconds left in the first half. South Shore leads 33-2. 0 field goals made for East New York Family Academy in this game so far.
Shocking right now.
It'd be great if they could make a buzzer beater.
Best defensive effort in the first half this playoffs?
Absolutely. Mercado has it. 5 seconds. Eugene open for 3. No. Couldn't get the bounce. And that is the end of the first half. South Shore leads East New York Family Academy decisively by a score of 33-2. This is Sage Media Solutions. Ray Jarvis, Shaq Mitchell, Greg Polius. We'll be right back. And we are back live. PSAL Girls 4A City Championship halftime action. You see my girl getting light. Best part of the first half as South Shore has completely dominated the action. They lead 33-2 right now over East New York Family Academy. And heading into the second half, my question will be to Greg Polius. Who are the players to watch for South Shore?
I mean, you got freshman Kamora Pearson leading away with 9 points. Definitely got to keep our eye on her. And Heaven Hart may not have, the scoring, but the looks were there. So those are my 2 players to look at.
Absolutely. Shaq Mitchell.
Just to piggyback on what Greg was saying, yeah, she might not have an offensive impact, but she's been tenacious on defense all around, especially with Michaela Beasley as well, getting a hand in the effort the Lady Eagles have pushed out to this 31-point lead.
The Vikings are so focused on this 9th championship that they didn't even leave the sidelines during halftime. They stayed right on the bench. They were ready to play the third quarter as soon as the second quarter ended. They're ready to get to that trophy.
They don't want to talk it over. They don't want to take no rest, no water. Let's get back to it.
Absolutely. There's nothing to talk about. Championship or bust. And I think the way this game has gone out, this will be a highlight chip. If you dominate in this fashion, no field goals allowed in the first half, very impressive.
Yeah.
That's an insane stat.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Hopefully Mercado can change things in the second half.
Hopefully. Over to Henderson. De La Cruz has it. Step through. Floater is good.
Right there.
And on the board, first field goal of the game for East New York Family Academy goes to Jaslyn De La Cruz with the step-through floater. Then a steal. Mercado has it. Is it new energy for East New York Family Academy? Let's find out.
Man.
That was a good job not to get picked on that double.
Mercado. No, off the back iron. Rebound. And the ball will stay with East New York Family Academy. I like the energy, though, guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, they upped it. They got that talking to. Coach didn't look too happy. Coach Fortune didn't look happy with his ladies, so definitely looked like they came back with a different energy.
Oh, yeah.
That first possession looked like a different team.
Inbound pass, jump shot, Klein, no. Rebound goes to Hart. Expect South Shore to take their time on each and every possession. No need to rush considering the scoreboard. Hart dribbling through traffic. Pass it off to Beasley, no. Rebound, De La Cruz. Up ahead, Little. All the way coast to coast, layup, no. Too strong off the glass. Stolen. Hart pushing back the other way. 4-on-1 opportunity for South Shore. Layup off the glass is good.
Poor effort from the Eagles right there.
Bernard with the layup.
Bernard making them pay.
Mercado has it. Quick reset here for East New York Family Academy as they try to get into the offense. Dangerous pass to Mercado. Pull-up jump shot from the foul line. Puts it in.
Guess he was waiting to go this way.
Vines bringing it up for South Shore. Into the hands of Hart. Bernard on the left side. Beasley backing down De La Cruz. And a steal for East New York Family Academy. Little has it. Mercado driving to the right side. Tried to do the scoop pass. No. Rebound. Bernard has it after a very scuffle. 2-on-1 opportunity for South Shore. Bounce pass from Hart. Layup. No.
Oh, no.
Rebound by Hart. Puts it up. Off the glass and in. Plus the foul.
Having Hart.
The 2 possessions where Family Academy scored, they took their time.
Yeah.
And then when they rush, they look like they're all over the place. That's the same way they played in the first half where you end up with a 31-point deficit.
Yeah. Mercado's got to stop with those one-arm passes. Those, because once you throw a pass with one arm, you can't even pull that pass back. You come to a jump stop, use 2 hands to give that pass away because a lot of these passes are being intercepted. They're lazy and they low to the ground. These guards can get in the way and steal, though.
Absolutely. Hart misses the free throw. To your point about the passes, she's a smaller guard, and you got to be a little bit taller and put a little more velocity on those passes if you're going to try that.
Ray, I don't know if you noticed, but I was an assistant coach when Shaq played basketball at Eagle.
Okay.
And Shaq, what did Coach Pursuit tell you guys about jumping in the air to throw passes?
It's probably one of the most, detrimental things you can do when you're on offense. When you jump pass, you have to release that basketball. If the player, doesn't become open again, now it's a turnover or something like that. So just come to a stop. Use two hands to pass that basketball. I feel like that'll limit some of these turnovers.
Basketball one-on-one. Protect the ball.
Yeah.
Eugene turns the corner, pull up from the top of the key, off the back iron, rebound to South Shore. That's Bernard again. I think a third rebound of the second half. Hart being featured a lot more as a point guard in the second half. In the Beasley, couldn't lay it in. Eugene back the other way. Step cross, pull-up jump shot from the left side. No. Another rebound for Bernard. Polius, you were about to tell us something.
No, that was a great look inside from Hart. Put a little mustard on it and got it to Beasley. No hands touching it on anything.
That's how you do those wraparounds. It has to get there quick. Bernard has it, looking for a teammate. A lot of traffic in the middle of the floor for South Shore. Vines breaks it out to the left side. Into Beasley. Step through. No, but 2 free throws on the way.
Beasley's giving me very much Jahlil Okafor vibes in the paint right now.
Very deliberate with her motions.
A lot to handle in that post. Not going to make it easy for you.
2 more free throws for Beasley, who's been banging in the paint, getting to the free throw line, crashing the boards. Everything you want from your center, Beasley has provided that today.
Are we on double-double watch?
Absolutely.
I think we are.
38-6 is your score here. South Shore leads by 32. Everyone, we have 67 likes on this stream. We'll have almost 400 live viewers. I need to, switch that ratio up a little bit. Can we get to 75 likes? Hit that like button right now. Follow us on Instagram. Go to our website, Sage Media Solutions, for all business inquiries. South Shore leads 39-6. Ball back in the hands of East New York Family Academy, and a foul of the body called against Vines.
You know what I don't like too? I don't see a sense of urgency from the Lady Eagles. I'm not sure how much time they think they have to come back, but they're gonna have to start doing whatever they're doing 2 to 3 times quicker.
Hit the gas. Heaven Hart, 7 points for South Shore. Been a lot more assertive here in the second half. Eugene back into the hands of Mercado. Left side, step back, pull up on the way. No. Rebound, South Shore. Vonzi yet again pushing the pace for the Vikings. Ramirez from downtown. No. Rebound, Mercado. Pushing it back the other way for East New York Family Academy. Up ahead, Henderson with the layup. It's good and one. Good job there by East New York Family Academy.
Best play all day I've seen from the Lady Eagles. Best play by far. Henderson finishing in transition. Going to get an N1 opportunity.
Henderson has brought the right energy. I would say so far, the score might not indicate it, but Janiyah Henderson has showed great energy. Amira Klein, great energy. Mercado has tried her best to keep her team in the game.
Yeah.
We just need to see a few more De La Cruz with that floater early on in the second half. We need a full team effort to make this at least an interesting matchup the rest of the way.
I would like to see it Fortune run out a lineup of De La Cruz and Klein.
Yeah.
Layup. Vines doesn't finish. Henderson pushing it the other way. Pass ahead. Oh, not the person you wanted to pass it to. Inside the Klein. Open Mercado for 3 on the left side. Yeah, no. It looked like it was good from here, but it was in and out. Person back on the floor. One of South Shore stars of the first half. Walking it up. Another versatile player on this South Shore roster. Jones called for a travel.
This is not James Harden's NBA.
You can't jab step anymore? She caught it and she hit the jab.
I thought she jab step too.
That's what I saw.
So too.
Right.
I didn't see it.
It was a catch and a jab.
It was like he almost anticipated it was about to happen.
Listen. Ooh, In and out by Eugene. Pull up from the top of the key. No. Rebound Ramirez. Back the other way. South Shore has the numbers if they want it. Coast to coast layup, no, but a foul.
It's almost as if Eugene heard us last half. If you open, take the shot.
She pulling.
Yeah. Definitely upped her shot count.
You know what it is, too, Shaq, as a person who played. Sometimes I know you guys, a couple of them fall you. I don't want to shoot anymore.
Yeah.
It's difficult to keep shooting when you're not making.
It's probably the worst thing you can do. Maybe not take as much jump shots, but get a little closer, keep getting attempts. You never want to just stop shooting, you know?
Shaq was the corner 3 specialist.
Specialist.
P.J. Tucker for Eagle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ramirez knocks down the first free throw.
Our shoe game wasn't up like that.
Okay.
But, you know, P.J. Tucker's a special guy.
He's a corner 3 specialist.
Yeah.
Second free throw on the way from Ramirez is good. 41-8 is our score. A little above 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
South Shore just running a master class up to this date.
Essentially, this is becoming the cherry on top of another dominant PSAL season. Eugene right into the trap. Turnover. Ramirez has it the other way. I've been very impressed with Ramirez this afternoon. Bounce pass. Jones has it. Person, top of the key. No. Eugene with the rebound. Coming back the other way, up ahead, Mercado. Reverse pivot. I like what Mercado did right there. She was trying to pull the trap to her to get it to the open person. Everything but a clean pass.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see from your point guard. Keep your poise as the double team is heading in your direction.
You also want to keep 2 hands on the ball when the trap comes anyway, because then you can kind of ball fake and get that defense to shift. Maybe you can get that person open still.
Mercado has it. Serena Smith on the left side. Dangerous pass. Stolen by Ramirez. All the way to the Baja. No. What a foul. And they'll be going back to East New York Family Academy.
South Shore's missed a lot of layups today.
Yeah.
And they're still up 41-8.
But these are layups that they're taking knowing that they're playing with a lead. Some of the layups I've seen here in the second half specifically, in a closer game, they might bring it back out and run some offense.
Fair enough.
Henderson beats the 5-second clock.
To say, almost got 5 seconds right there.
Full court pressure now by South Shore and a foul to the body. Move them puppies. You don't have to bump. Just move your feet. Cheap foul led by Jaylene Jones.
I'll say this. Even though they're down big, the one thing I'm really impressed with Mercado is she doesn't fold under pressure with the ball.
At all. That's why she's going D1.
That's a fact. Also has some national experience playing for the Dominican 16U Dominican team.
Yeah. She's really her, where she's from.
She's really her. Put that on the shirt. Misses the first free throw. You got to make the free throw when we gas it like that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
No.
Second free throw on the way from Mercado. Guys, hit that like button. Let's get up to 80 likes.
And she's not going to some slouch mid-major conference either.
Going to be right fire when she gets up.
You know how it is for guards at the collegiate level.
Yeah.
You're going to be in the fire. Jones turns the corner, takes the contact, doesn't finish, but will get 2 free throws. I like Jaylene Jones. That first step is kind of low-key.
It's like it lulls you to sleep.
Yeah.
And like
out of there.
Another one that gets the spots with ease.
She's a New York guard. Look how she wearing her uniform. 2 wristbands.
Wristbands? Yeah.
That is a New York guard.
That's us.
First free throw, good.
Only thing she missing is the headband.
Yeah, coming soon probably.
Little tape on her finger, she'd be out of here.
7 points for Jones. Second free throw on the way, in and out. Good job crashing the boards by South Shore, but out of bounds. Or was that a force out? Looks like it was a force out. Yeah.
Stay here. And I'm a little surprised at this route that this game's gone. You know, you run into a team 3 to 4 times. This is actually the 4th meeting, but, you know, it should get tougher for that team to beat you. And right now I don't feel like the Eagles came with the energy needed to win this game.
Listen,
still time left, but
you're preaching to the choir because on a personal level, we saw Eagle Brooklyn face off against Jeff, who's playing in a championship game 3 times. Yeah. And at each interval of those matchups, the games got closer and closer and closer because there were no surprises.
Right. You know, you're supposed to make adjustments and, you know, do certain things to negate what that team is. You know what that team wants to do, so you got to negate it. You kind of just let South Shore settle it right into form.
Aaliyah McCalla at the free throw line. Makes the first. Second free throw on the way from McCalla. Yes. South Shore leads 44-9 right now. 35-point lead. Back into the hands of Henderson, and South Shore shows a press, but they're not too aggressive about it.
They may not be aggressive about the press, but the defensive intensity is still there.
You're keeping the body in front of the ball. That's all you got to do. Another foul of the body there on McCalla. Again, when you're playing defense, all you have to do is move your feet. And when you start bumping too much, you're begging the referee to blow a whistle.
Right in front of the ref, no less. It looks like the coach is listening on his AirPods as he put Klein and De La Cruz in the game.
You never know.
This might be the lineup.
I also do like that Zimmerman's in there. I liked her energy when she was in earlier.
You have to finish with your best 5. You got nothing to lose at this point. Henderson makes the first free throw.
She's got a dog-ass kind of personality and approach to the game. You know, she was here last year, so you definitely saw her help them win a couple big games in their route to their chip last year. So
Henderson puts down both free throws. Jones walking it up for South Shore. McCall. Jones step cross. Thought she was going to do something else there. The person. McCalla for 3, in and out. Rebound. Puts it in.
Good move,
Raven Fauntleroy with her first bucket of the game.
That was a great move. Little ball fake, turn, little jump hook.
Ramirez out of the scramble has it for South Shore into the hands of Person. Walking it up. Downhill drill. She was about to pull that up. Mercado has it. Up ahead. Layup. Zimmerman has it.
That's a find right there from Mercado. She's not just a scorer. She can see that court very well, finding cutting Zimmerman for the layup.
Jones, again, walking it up right side for South Shore. Mercado on defense. Over to Ramirez. With the seal is Person. Turns left, bounce pass to Fauntleroy. Dangerous pass in traffic. Fauntleroy pass over that to 2 teammates in the area. Ramirez throws up the 3-pointer. No. Shot clock violation against South Shore. First of the game. First bad offensive possession of the game, in fact.
And coincidentally, East New York Family Academy's best defensive possession.
Right.
Love the music.
Yeah. Big arena vibes. Last possession may be in the third quarter. Pull-up jump shot from Zimmerman. Puts it in.
She's fearless.
Second bucket in 2 possessions.
Heave, no. And at the end of 3, South Shore leads East New York Family Academy 46-15. This is Sage Media Solutions. 444 live viewers right now. I need 85 likes on this video. Each and every like keeps us in the algorithm to give these student athletes the platform they need to show their talents citywide and nationwide. We got some scouts in the building from South Carolina who told us we watch Sage Media Solutions. You know how they get to see that? Because you hit the like button. So do that. Hit the notification bell as well. Lock in. Follow us on Instagram. Go to our website, Sage Media Solutions, for all business inquiries. Fourth quarter action is coming on the way. Shaq Mitchell, Coach Shaq. East New York Family Academy showed a little more heart in the second half so far, in the third quarter specifically. How does the fourth quarter play out for East New York Family Academy to make this an even more respectable score?
Well, for starters, I wish, the Lady Eagles' third quarter was their first quarter, because this is the scoring that they needed, the entire game. They weren't able to find it. They weren't able to find Mercado to go to that well that they normally able to go to. And it's tough when you have to play different at the highest level. You got to play a little different than what got you here. So
right.
It's very tough, and they had like a permanent lid for the good half. So hopefully in the fourth they can get some threes to fall. They can force some more stops, force some more missed layups, and hopefully make this game competitive.
Absolutely. As South Shore brings the ball up, Greg Polius, I ask you, South Shore, 8 minutes away from glory. What does this fourth quarter look like for them?
It can't look like, they built up a 31-point lead in the first half, so it's tough to, get over.
Criticize if you need to, nevertheless.
But in that third quarter, both teams scored 13 points. Yeah. I don't think Coach Anwar was happy with that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens, I guess, when you get the big lead, you take your foot off the gas. But you know what? I'm not even going to give that to South Shore taking their foot off the glass. I feel like East New York played with some force for a change. And they took shots. Eugene, even though she missed a bunch, she was taking shots she should have been taking in the first half. Because sometimes, especially in basketball, even if you don't make it, if the defense knows you're going to take that shot, they'll change the way they rotate towards you. If you're just passive all the time, you're not creating any opportunities. Ramirez for three, no.
Also, Lady Eagles rebounded better as well. Well, they didn't do it there.
Right. Off the offensive rebound and puts it in.
Lady Vikings right now because almost smell that championship.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Ray. You've been asking questions all night. After you win a ninth championship, how do you celebrate?
By getting ready for number 10. Championships are the name of the game.
Garn doesn't stop.
Hart bringing it up for South Shore.
Good hands right there.
Not sure where that pass was intended, but Zimmerman has it. Up ahead, Klein. Back to Eugene. Back to Klein. Fadeaways there. No. Rebound. De La Cruz off the glass. No. And it'll stay with East New York Family Academy. We have the latecomers coming in for the boys game, filling out Lou Carneseca. It's going to be a movie in here for this boys championship game. Believe me when I tell you. Dangerous pass and a turnover. Up ahead. Vines has it. Layup off the glass is in. 50-15 is your score. Timeout. South Shore. Immediately, almost the opposite of how they started the third quarter. They're looking to put their final stamp on this game, Greg.
It's almost if, Coach Anwar was told them in the huddle after the third quarter, that wasn't good enough.
Right.
I need more intensity.
Don't play with it. Finish the game. And you can tell by that huddle. Still coaching them up, Shaq.
A lot of things, good things have to come together when you win in a championship. Your team has to be doing a lot of things without having to be told, without having to be adjusted. Some certain things remain. You build your identity. South Shore has built an identity off of scoring as a team and defending as a team. So that way they don't really put all their eggs in one basket. They don't really have all their numbers on just one person, So in that aspect, a team aspect, it's hard to even defend that.
I'm also sure he's saying, because you go to states after you win.
Right.
You can't play with a lack of intensity at any point in a state championship game.
Not at all.
I'm sure, that's part of the conversation.
And experience, is the best teacher, South Shore knows what it takes to lift the trophy over their head.
Inbound pass into Zimmerman, who gets it back to Mercado. Soft trap by South Shore, evaded by Mercado. With pass over, Zimmerman has it. De La Cruz, both hands up, but she clears. Zimmerman to the middle of too much dribbling. Showed Vines too much. Spin move, fast break, layup, no. Foul on the floor, though.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's no continuation in high school, but spin move was special in half court.
I get sad every time I hear that because you ruined some highlights.
Yeah, I know.
No continuation.
I don't even understand. Get rid of – that's a trade. Get rid of the possession arrow. Allow continuation.
I mean, you already know I'm 10 toes down for that.
Ramirez into –
I really like Ramirez's game.
Scrappy.
Another guard. A guard's guard is Ramirez. She got a whole package, too. Shot is water, can handle, play with poise. She checks a lot of boxes.
It almost seems like that's a prerequisite for South Shore guards.
Yeah. Coach is looking for – if you look at the way this team plays, he's looking for very specific types of players. You can't not be able to dribble. You got to be able to put the ball on the floor. You got to be a team player. You got to have high IQ. That's my takeaways from this South Shore team. First free throw on the way is good.
And you got to be able to run the floor.
Yeah. 95 likes. 5 more gets us to 100. 453 live viewers. I know I got 5 likes in there. 5 more likes gets us to 100. Let's get it. Second free throw is too strong. Rebound. Oh, trap. Mercado has it. Got to get over that timeline and does. Over to Eugene, who would love to see a basket go in right now. Mercado has it. Double team. Turns the corner right side. Over to open Eugene. Hesitates. Pull up jump shot on the right. No, too strong. Hart has it. Secondary break for South Shore. Dangerous pass and a turnover.
Right idea, just too much height.
Yeah. Dead ball. Beasley back in the game for South Shore, who has also put her imprint on this game.
Those players in New York
pressure.
City that are thinking of entering the quote-unquote high school transfer portal, I don't know if you just saw that, but after Hart's turnover, who's one of the best players on the team, she was benched.
Yeah.
10-second violation against East New York Family Academy as too much dribbling in the backcourt, no help from their teammates as South Shore trapped, and South Shore has a possession.
And going back to Greg's point about Hart being benched, that just proves the culture that's been built at South Shore. Never bigger than the program.
Right.
You can be our best player, one of our top players, but it's the standard.
Loose ball. Gets on the ground. Hell ball. Timeout. East New York Academy.
Mercado ran into a brick wall of Beasley right there. Just stopped dead in her track.
South Shore has certainly raised the defensive intensity in this fourth quarter.
So I believe Person is the leading scorer.
Yeah.
But if Beasley gets the double-double, does she get the MVP?
It's a coin flip, man. I would say Beasley's had the more impactful plays today.
Yeah. But Person's kind of handled that first half and then found a bit. But Beasley's been kind of consistent the whole way.
Right. It's difficult to call MVP when the score is this lopsided.
You're not wrong. Somebody got to get it.
You're right. Give it to the coach. 104 likes. Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all.
It's almost like you do this on other days during the week.
Stop giving out my secrets, man. Next you're going to tell everybody that Batman is Bruce Wayne. Like, come on. Henderson. Step. Ooh, almost got the tween off, but turned it over. Up ahead. It's a mad dash for the basketball. Mercado has it. Strong screen set there by number 11. Mercado pushing the action. Pull up on the way. Puts it in.
That's tough. Mercado, little bump right there, getting space, separation, and knocking down the midi.
Quite frankly, that was the toughest bucket of this entire game on both sides.
And it's unfortunate because I thought we would see a lot more than that. That's definitely right up her alley.
Stolen by Henderson after a lazy pass by McCallum. Henderson all the way with the layup. No. Gets it back, though. Puts it up again. No, off the right side. Mercado amongst the trees brings it back out. Mercado step. Oh, in and out cross.
Oh.
Oh, bag work. Pull up on the way. Oh, we needed
I've
that.
been waiting for her to get to that bag, but it's
almost a
probably
carry. The bag work was impressive,
crazy.
though. Snatch, come here.
I mean, at this point, I want more of it.
Right. Might as well empty the bag. McCallum for three, puts it in.
Here comes the finishing touches.
South Shore bench loving it as they smell victory.
Yeah. Mercado bringing it up once again, getting to the right side. I've noticed Family Academy loves running all their actions from the right side of the floor to the left, right to left. Turns the corner into traffic, but a foul. A lot of confidence here to take that shot with the contact.
South Shore is big.
Yeah.
Guards, big men. Just some height on this Lady Vikings team.
They check the
Size.
boxes. I would love to give the person at the free throw line their credit, but when we got the roster, they didn't have a number 11 on the roster. So shout out to you for that effort. Misses the
Might
first
be
free throw.
Zara Smith.
Might be.
Zara Smith
Probably.
right
If it is in fact Zara Smith, great effort to get that rebound. Puts up the second free throw, no. Rebound over to Beasley.
There's a name we've heard before.
there. Another rebound.
Person walking it up. Person got swag, too. I ain't gonna lie. Driving to the right side.
Her game is
Great
easy.
defense. Ooh, thought about it. Into Beasley, banging. And a foul call.
On who? Call. On Beasley?
Or was it a 3-second violation?
No, maybe.
I think it was 3. She was camped.
Yeah.
2 minutes, 19 seconds left in this championship game. Dead ball here. Mercado has it. Can we get a little more sauce before this game is done? Skip pass to Mercado. Sizing it up. Baseline. Tween. Pull up on the way. No.
A little hezzy tween.
Yeah.
She's showing off the bag before she get out of here.
I'm leaving with something. Holder. Over the person. Pump fake. Drive and a foul.
You think anybody was going to take that charge?
Nah.
They're crazy if they do.
Nah. She got the handle, the first step, the jump shot, a little brawn energy where no one wants to take the charge.
And we would have found out how good St. John's medical program was.
Oh, yeah. How vaunted are you? Person back up top. Holder. Drops to the middle. Step through. Floater on the way off the glass is too strong. Into the hands of Mercado. Pushing it back the other way. Looking to take some more ankles. Behind the back.
Uh-oh.
Gives it up to Henderson, who pulls it from downtown. No. Rebound. Fauntleroy, who gives it back to Person. South Shore calls a timeout. 1 minute and 14 seconds left in this game.
Micaiah Beasley's only a sophomore.
This is Sage Media Solutions. Follow us on Instagram. Go to our website, sagemediasolutions.com, for all business inquiries. And, of course, you're here on YouTube. Hit the like button. 3 more likes gets us to 110. Hit the notification bell and the subscribe option.
So, Micaiah Beasley's a sophomore. Heaven Hart's a sophomore. And Kamora Person is a freshman.
Underclassmen carrying this team to a chip.
You're going to have
Crazy.
to deal with South Shore for a very, very, very long time.
And, again, that's not counting who's going to come up from the city JV championship team.
There you go. Or maybe he recruits. The AAU circuit is very active as well. There's players to be had.
Heaven Hart, Soraya Cook, those are members of that JV championship team last year now, so they have varsity hardware to coming up.
Absolutely. Dead ball as Person's going to inbound. 1 minute left in this championship game. South Shore leads 54-17. Murray Bertram is the target.
Yeah.
Inbound pass, turnover.
So with Bertram holding the record at 13, and who we see that's currently on his roster, the way it's situated, and what they have in the future, it's very possible.
13 is very live. You know what? I'm going to call it what it is. If this is what the championship games looks like, if the number 2 seed is this at the 4A level, who's going to step up to stop South Shore?
Because who else is recruited? All the good players are going to want to go there.
Well, you know, I have some personal ties to Bertram. They're in the 3A division. Maybe they come back up as the program rebuilds.
Yeah.
They had a coaching change about 2-3 years ago. The program is leveling back up. Maybe they come back home to 4A and make some noise.
I mean, I think the city would love to see that.
Yeah. That used to be the top rivalry for the girls' side.
See the Lady Vikings starting to celebrate that win a little bit early.
Oh, yeah. Nike Tech season. We see you, Coach. Got the tech on. The work here is almost done. I guess that's the benefits of being a Nike sponsor, a Nike Elite program.
Oh, definitely. Customized Nike gear.
Zimmerman bringing it up. Under a minute left in this one. No, that's Tamara James with the ball and gets fouled. Zimmerman. Oh, they took Mercado out. Oh, we wanted to see her finish up. James misses the open jumper. Holder over the person. Reverse pivot on the left side. Still has it. Going to work. Picks up the dribble. Good defense there by Family Academy.
Seconds. Oh, timeout.
Not. .26 seconds remaining in this one.
Put Mercado back in. It's a senior year.
Yeah.
Still coaching them up to the very last second. You love to see it.
Called a timeout because Person picked up a dribble.
Yeah. She picked up the dribble when she was going to work. That threw me off.
Yeah. Showing off the backward. Whatever you can do, I can do better. I wonder what the rest at the scorer table were trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I know one thing. This next game score better not be nothing like this.
Yeah.
Don't. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Inbounds pass. And a traveling violation. Paris Noteman with her first touch of the game ends in a turnover.
That was good defense.
Zimmerman, probably one more opportunity before this one comes to a close. Walks it up to the right side. Crosses over, gets to the middle of the floor, tries to drop it off. Turnover. Pretty. And with 10 seconds left, you got to believe that South Shore is going to dribble this one out and secure championship number 9.
Yep. All that hard work, all those days getting up at 6, 7 a.m. coming to fruition.
Those Saturday practices as well.
Yeah.
Walking it up. Fauntleroy puts it in. And there you have it. Championship number 9 secure for the South Shore Lady Vikings. Canarsie stand up. Dynasty still rolling right along. City champions for a 9th time, the 24-25 edition. This is Ray Jarvis alongside Greg Polius, alongside Shaq Mitchell on Sage Media Solutions. Don't go too far, though. We got the boys 4A final on the way. Stay tuned and lock in. We'll be right back.